Alright, let's see what we got here. First step. Data center. North America. Doesn't seem to make a difference. A glowing rock.
Heidelin.
Gesundheit.
A vibrant planet blessed by the light of the crystal.
That crystal?
Amid azure seas, encompassing the westernmost of the three great continents, there lies a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes.
And also
Her name,
developers.
Eorzea. The annals of Eorzean history chart the rise of a succession of great civilizations, each one enjoying an age of peace, the astral eras. To date, all have proven ephemeral.
Nice vocabulary. Looks like the sun exploded and killed everyone.
In the year 1572 of the sixth and most recent astral era, the Northern Empire of Garlemald amassed a great army at the heart of Eorzea, seeking dominion over all.
With their silly
Rising
hats.
in desperate resistance, the forces of the Eorzean alliance met their would-be conquerors in the field. Yet,
And it was
even
epic.
as the battle raged, the lesser moon, Dalamud, was plucked from the heavens through imperial machination. From its core emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who unleashed his fury upon the realm.
I think that's slightly more than a flesh wound.
The devastation brought Eorzea to its knees and the era to its end.
Oh, I do not think it ended well for them.
"5 years have come and gone. The light of life still shines upon Eorzea.
And also giant chickens.
Man labors tirelessly to raise himself from the calamity's ruin. The realm is forever changed, a stranger to him once more. Yet heedless of what lies ahead, he shall press on.
Who's he?
Spurred by the promise of peace and prosperity.
Seem pretty peaceful already.
Amid this period of great change, an adventurer arrives in Eorzea, one whose tale is yet unwritten.
His name is Bob.
May he ever walk in the light of the crystal.
And now I'm blind. Well, that was interesting. Of course, I didn't really get anybody's name, but I learned that bad stuff happened, and apparently everyone rebuilt in 5 years, which is pretty dang good. There's a very generic-looking dude. Okay, so from what I understand, there's the generic people, the elf people, the tiny people, the cat people, the giant people, and also the weird demon guys, maybe? Demon guys and guys? I can't tell, but the women are much smaller than the men, apparently. When it comes to character creation in any game, I generally don't choose to be human because, I mean, really, if you're gonna go on a fantastic voyage in an unusual setting with incredible magics and all that kind of stuff, why would you want to be just a regular old human? I mean, really, it's boring. So, no human. Elves, once again, kind of generic and boring. Cat people, no. No. Just no. Giants, I always find to be just a little bit too big and bulky and, like, slightly too tall for the environment. I mean, like, really, in any game I've ever seen giant characters, they're just, like, they're always, no. They never have the worlds designed with that in mind. Demons, no, maybe. Which kind of leaves me with the small folk, which I don't have a problem with because back in Guild Wars 2 I made Nasura, and they're always interesting, you know. I know back in that game at least, they always had some of the most interesting animations because despite the fact that they were much smaller, they had to basically accomplish the same animation with the same size weapons, which always left them doing little interesting flourishes with their animation. Let's not go with the cat girl. A wee people. The wee dwarven people. You know what? I played a gnome in WoW, so let's go with this. That's cool. Different poses. Show me your moves. Dance for me. It's nothing quite as Eastern as that. In a field. In a slightly different field. In a barren tundra, I think. Or inside of a building. Or, of course, always just out in space. For some reason. At least there's different lighting. That's always nice when there's different lighting, so you can kind of see the different highlights and shades of the characters. When there's just like one single flat lighting source, kind of like this, slightly more dynamic lighting. Ooh, you can change time of day too. Even though that looks like it just added a filter. And I can't do time of day out in space. Distinct hair coloration, employment, wealthy environment. I can use effective camouflage against would-be attackers. Okay, apparently they're like deer or something. Classic feel, blah 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 blah. Clever and optimistic people and crafty. Generally excellent plants, blah 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 blah. And then Dune folk, who have slightly less interesting hair, apparently. Introverts. And I can zoom in. Honestly, I don't see much difference. Right. Do you want to be a tall little person or a little person? Slightly taller. I'm going to assume that this doesn't do much difference on the tiny, cute-looking characters. So I'll leave that about where it was. It's actually quite the diversity of skin colors they give you. That's, you know, for something where it doesn't just give you, like, any color you want for your skin color, that's actually quite the diversity they got going there. I think they're all shades of the same color, though. Ghostly pale to chocolate. I gotta be different. You always gotta choose something a little bit slightly different from what the default is. Even if only slightly, just so you can say that you did. Let's go with that. Hairstyle. Nope. 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 Maybe. Nope. 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 Maybe. Nope. 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 Just different colors than the bows? That seemed like a waste. Why not just allow the player to customize the color afterwards? That is very silly looking for characters of that stature. Lots of different hair options, though. You always gotta watch out for those hair options. They might be hair today and gone tomorrow. Okay, that was a bad pun. I don't know why, but I'm drawn to the pixie cuts. Very anime-esque hair right there. Now that's a do right there. But unfortunately, not the one I'll be choosing. Actually, I think there's more hairstyles in this game, at least for free, than I've seen in most other games I played. Kudos to you, Final Fantasy XIV, for having a wide variety of hairs. I think there was a slightly different cut of that one that looked better. I like it! We got the generic brown hair, we got red hair, we got... Okay, so I know that Lightning has hair like that. We got the white hair if you want to go super anime. It's black hair if you want to go generic. Green hair if you, once again, want to go super anime. Although it's not quite as in-your-face vibrant as I've seen sometimes. Bubblegum hair. Actually, is there bubblegum color? Oh, I think I saw it right there. It's like bright pink nonsense. Blue hair. Because, I don't know, I guess you're a little old lady. And highlights! Oh my gosh, you just doubled your hair options! So far, it's really fairly impressive customization of hair colors. Okay, stand still for a second. If I go with white, it's gonna look kind of silly. I gotta go with slightly darker, closer to the actual other color. You know, this is the problem in most games, is that you get all these customization options and you spend all this time working on it. And then within the first 10 levels, you get a helmet, and your character never, ever not has a helmet on for the rest of the game. And that's a bummer. That's really what I hate, is when you get in there and you put a helmet into character and, like, you can't turn the option for the helmet off, and so you're just, like, stuck with it forever. Luckily, a lot of games seem to have gotten wise to the fact that that's stupid and are starting to not do that. Give you the option to turn off the model for the helmet and also, like, gloves and capes and stuff like that, which I find super good and wish more games would do in the future. And also, like, this stuff right here in this detail, probably most people aren't going to see that because you have to get the camera in super close. And that's really only one thing that you would, really only the player is ever going to look at. Thinner jaw, more of a bulky jaw, kind of a cross between the two. Once again, don't see a huge difference. Choose something not the defaults, just because. And slightly different eye shapes. More sad. More eye poof. A little bit wider. Go with that. Well, you gotta have big eyes. I mean, you know, small character, big eyes. Just the way of things. And of course, we must have purple or lavender irises. That is an absolute requirement of any character I make. I don't know why, just a thing that I do. All of these eyebrows are all tilted inward. Makes the character look slightly angry all the time, which does not fit the design of this race, to look slightly angry at all times. Thicker brows. Various shapes of stubby nose. I do not think this makes a huge difference. I will go with that one. Once again, not really very much. Not a huge difference. Ah. See, it doesn't even make a difference until I select one of these things. Yeah, this doesn't really make much of a difference either. There's the most extreme cases right there, black to white. As you can see, black is really washed out. Light's got intensity to it though. A slightly different shade of the default there. Ear shape! Also very important to Asuras. I have no idea how important they are to characters like this. But let's give our character... larger but slightly bent ears. Yeah, it looks pretty silly. That looks pretty good. Not quite sure if we'll be able to see anything under these under her hair. Okay, so that's eyeshadow. That's... can't tell. Here's a darkened nose for some reason. And earring left and earring right. Oh! These appear to be on-offs rather than a 1 in 5. So, okay. Slightly longer lashes. I like it. Don't like the eyeshadow. I have no idea what that nose thing is, but I don't like it. And... nah, I don't like the earrings. That's just white blush. And a tattoo. I can't really see that well. Oh. I can change the color. Let's go with something midway between the hair color and the eye color. Nah, too dark. No, still not right. Let's get this right. It's absolutely necessary. It will affect everything in the game. Or probably not. You know what, let's just take that off. Because we got face paint. Paint that face. Around the eyes. Some blush. A very silly dragony thingy that someone drew on their face because they thought it looked cool. A flower. A butterfly, if you want to look ultra feminine. Art. Various things in their forehead that I cannot see with my character model. Some war paint. Apparently, freckles are just, you know, they're just paint in the face. Real people don't have freckles, you see. Just dirt. Well, that's annoying. didn't I? No. Maybe. It's literally too deep for the body size. Okay, I think that's good. Like actual clothes characterization, but got that face going for us. Sure. Simon says stop. Simon says stop. Select your character's patron deity. Gracer, goddess of war, moon, wisdom, knowledge, celestial bodies, and goddess of fate. See, navigation. Travelers and vagrants. The boss of all of the bums and hobos. Industry arts. Destruction. Commerce. Goddess of abundance. Change, space, and god of time. A scholar. Take that. And I am picking my starting class. Blah, 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 blah. One-handed. Diverse combat tactics. Fight you barehanded, like a man. Or a tiny female Cupid doll. Pirates. Big bruisers. A lancer. An archer. Kinda wanted to play a spellcaster. So we got here. Blah. Command, lady. So, blah, 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 blah. Some power. Spells. under Cain. Manifests the desired spell. These guys use a staff, and these guys use a wand. I happen to know that you can change your class later, so let's go with this. Even the character is confused as to why she is wearing these quite obvious white robes. Oh, it's hippie magic. Okay, so I happen to know this is a weight mage, which is a healer, and I don't want to start out as a healer. So I shall start out with this. And with my tiny wand, I shall destroy all who oppose me. I guess I'm going for Marlboro? That M1. We're going with that M world. Chef Chest and Homeworld chances. Homeworld chances to move to another world will be limited. Unless you pay us money. If you pay us money, we'll do whatever you want. So if you've made make certain that you have selected the same worlds. If you're a sad loser who doesn't have any friends, pick whichever world you want. 6 data centers. Make sure you catch the fewest number of latency problems as recommended, but not required. Because if you want to be a sad sack who connects to our Australian server from North America, like a moron, then we'll let you do that. We don't want you to do it and complain to us. Primal 010 is recommended for residents of North America. You know, you think that they had 2 North American servers, they would have like an Eastern and a Western, but I guess not. Sure. Another thing about character creation is that you can never get a feel for how people actually name their characters until you're actually in the game. So the first character you create will probably have a name that wildly differs from everyone else's. So I figure I might as well go for a cool sounding random name. Also, why are all these names begin and end with this? These are all alliterations. Maybe that's like a racial thing. First character is a letter hyphen blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it must be a racial thing that you have to have your first name start with the same letter as your last name. Or maybe it's just because these two things are apparently variations on each other. Okay. And if I did that, it wouldn't make any difference. If it's generating these, or it actually just has like a name, a list of names in the background somewhere. This isn't a very good random name generator. Because, I mean, look, last name is always like a few letters, and the names aren't independent from one another, they're just like variations of the same root word. It's the least impressive part of character creation so far. Like Zulu. I apparently already chosen a first name. So we got a race, we got a clan, appearance, custom, which I imagine is probably most players. A name day, patron deity, a class, a homeworld, and a server. Should I begin a game or should I just be like, nah, not doing it? I think I'll begin. We're loading a lot of mail. And also losing a lot of it, apparently. It's so quiet. So very quiet. And now I'm floating in the void of space. Neat.
Here.
Obey.
Here. Feel.
See, think, do, and other verbs. Don't look into the sun. I told you not to look in the sun, it just turned evil. Do dance. Here are some high-level gear items. Don't waste them. I don't know what just happened, but it was probably pretty epic. Loading. Loading. Hey, listen. That's entirely not the correct thing to press. No, I'm not alright. I was just in this void, and I fought a guy, and I had like these cool robes, and they went away, and now I'm sitting here talking to this weirdo guy, and it looks like the beginning of Skyrim for some reason. You get worse to it. You'll have terrible sleep for the rest of your life, just like me! More giant chickens, and apparently I'm on a floaty thing. I would think wheels would be more useful than that, but hey, whatever. Hey! How can you see me with that on your face? Also, are you wearing, like, metal oven mitts? Search the carriage. Look for any protagonists. Kill them. That's not nice. Oh, look! I planted drugs on their caravan. You're in a lot of trouble, old man. We're sending you to old man jail. Two arms! 2 arms! Yes, sir, I have 2 arms. Shut up, Steve. We got bigger fish to fry. Now get out of here. Yeah. To the rescue. It's not as if they were just randomly there, or could murder you if the caravan didn't move out of the way. Sure. It's not like I'm doing anything important with my life. One of the new adventurers! I wasn't aware that being an adventurer was a, actual job. I thought it was more akin to, being a freeloader. And also a thief stealing, random treasure and gold from other people and breaking all their pots and whatnot. That's what I call a living. But not me. Because unfortunately, I took an arrow to the... You know what? It's not important to me. As long as you can avoid dying. It's also true of your profession. You'll get stabbed in the back, Mr. Merchant Man. I don't think any of these match the personality I want to go for. I guess Glory? Glory! The glory of killing sewer rats until you get to level 10. Fame and fortune. Blah, 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 blah. Work to the Adventurers Guild. It's a guild of adventurers. Like you. Because you're an adventurer. It's a guild. It's a guild of adventurers. Just go there. Of course, if I told him that I'm an adventurer, then why is he telling me what to do to become an adventurer? That seems redundant. Like, I should know that already. It's like me telling him how to be a merchant. And more important things than fortune and glory. I never mentioned fortune to you. But just breathing! Ain't no profit in being dead. Food. It's true, and, yeah, I've never been here. Technically anywhere. But this journey... I can't pronounce that. Itinerary? Tell me the ins and outs of your destination. By Sultan. So it's a corrupt organization ruled by a sultan. Also, why are there no wagon wheels in the wagon? Seems much more easier than, you know, the giant balloons. Even if we ignore the giant chickens pulling the thing. Blah, 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 blah. Her grace. Factions of long fight over power. Stopping. The lizard men. Yeah, I could care less about politics. Really? Lizard men aren't political? You obviously know nothing about lizard men. They have a very detailed society. High parliament of lizardy lizard people speaking about the lizardy facts of lizardness. And whether or not they should attack random caravans all the time. War is a gift to peddlers. At long last, my long-winded speech is finally done.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises, a solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ulda.
Ulda. Very pointy.
Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis.
A desert. Reminds me of
As
home.
the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul.
But not you, you're a coward.
One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
Maybe. Who knows? You're kind of a little person. Probably not important to the story. Deliver me wares. I'm a pirate now. Deliver me wares to the people. Arrgh. I want you to have this. It is your first piece of loot. And apparently it is invisible. You never told me your name. Okay. Because a sort of storied personage I can bring and haven't met. Okay. I will go kill 10 million wolves for the next quest giver.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all.
There's a lot of purple prose so far.
For by fire are we reborn.
March right into that city and show them who's boss. And it's taken me almost an hour just to get to the first actual gameplay section. Maybe. Apparently there's even more prologue. I think you got too much fluff in your bloomers there. You walk kind of funny. Nice shades. Yeah, you! Yes, you! Fresh off the carriage. And let me tell you some nice watches. I can tell. You don't even have the basic gear yet. No one ever bugger else. What was I offer you some valuable advice? Free of charge. First one's always free there, little girl. Please select the control scene you wish to use. Keep clicking mouse. Follow the instructions to move your character and adjust the position of your camera. Okay. I cannot move character. Okay. Jump pretty high. Move character. Turn like that. Adjust the camera like that. Alright. Initiating quests. NPCs. Because no one knows that NPC means non-player character. It's impossible for anyone to know that. Quest recognized with exclamation point. The standard as set by Blizzard many, many moons ago. Right click. Okay. No, let's not do that. They're coming to America. Oh. Once you've initiated a quest, a prompt will appear detailing its objectives and rewards. Click on the Accept button in the lower left corner to accept your quest. This is the first of 10 bazillion quests you will be doing. To be recognized as an adventurer, you must first steal root from a random person and kill 10 rats. Or possibly a kobold. And let's have a long introduction to tell you that you need to go register yourself. It is plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. I don't have eyes, that's why I wear glasses. So I have no idea if you've been here before. You certainly get mugged! I don't want that in my conscience. Then I can't mug you first. I want to head to Quicksand. Speak with a guy with a weird name. Or a girl with a weird name, apparently. She's the master dimension and sent you on the right path. The path that doesn't lead down to dark alleys with muggers at the end. Which is apparently a problem in this city. I don't even know why I came here. Steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. So much as getting for free. That's all you get from me. Get out of here. You have begun a quest. Apparently we need a fanfare for that. Complete your task. A maximum of 5 quests can be displayed at once. Clicking on the title. We'll open the quest in your journal. Okay. Maybe 60. Experience earned below level 60 is dramatically increased. Okay. And where am I in comparison to this? Okay, there is a big orange arrow to tell me which direction to go. Nice. And automatic doors! How convenient. Quick rewards. Complete a quest by blah 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 blah. Displayed above their head. Complete a quest behind a variety of rewards. Point to that book. Point at it hard. I'm a player character. I'm here to register as a player character. Oh, okay. 10 bats, 10 boars, 10,000 wolves. Yeah, it's gonna be a long day. Come to the right place, as this is the Adventurers Guild, and it's the only place you can register to be in the Adventurers Guild, in the Guild for Adventurers. If it please you. If it doesn't please you, you can get the fuck out of here. Adventurers Guild, so you might say blah, blah, blah. Green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. Okay, for you that is. Without someone like me to steer you in the right direction, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere. Kind of in business you don't understand. So many dungeons, so many exotic quests. But first, you must kill those rats in Mrs. Longjohn's basement. And here, more exposition. Endless exposition. And here's a random shot of people walking through the street that is mostly empty. Isn't it supposed to be like a bustling metropolis? One can say for sure what they're plotting these days. They're always plotting. And also half-naked women. They're always plotting. People drink and make merry, but understand it all. There's worry. Worry, a lingering feeling of loss. It's been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked. Apparently there's more than one moon. Like a giant egg. Actually more like a giant digital anime thingy, sort of. Destroying the realm. The end of the world had come at last. Then things began to get foggy. Everyone got their own version of what happened next. Oh, that's weird. It's only been 5 years and people can't remember what happened. Perhaps there was a plot reason. Or perhaps people just have really bad memories in this world. Yeah, you think they would. Nobody does. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to Crystal Chronicles, where nobody remembers nothing. Band of adventurers who laid down their lives. Yes. Realm that wasn't their own. They were from the realm of some other game. They never returned. Just a shame that our recollection of those heroes have been jumbled all by those of the calamity itself. It's a shame nobody remembers Steve and Gary and Susan, Bob. They were great. It's like the name between us and the midday sun. Permanently silhouetted. Just like you when they tell lore. Because for some reason nobody can remember the important adventurer who saved the world 10 million times. We're not quite sure whether he was a dwarf or an elf or a human. But he saved the world a lot. Also, shouldn't I have the same problem if I'm one of the people of this world? We can't remember them, but we're not going to forget them. I think that's a contradiction. Forever stands as shining examples of what adventurers can achieve. That's why we welcome new allies like yourself to our city. If it weren't for them, we would cast you out and tar and feather anybody new to the city. Because that's the way that good cities are run. So you lend a hand and try to leave Ul'dan in a better state than you found it. You can promise me that, and I'll be happy to help join the guild. Well, I don't know. Seems like a tall order to help people out. I didn't become an adventurer to help people. I became an adventurer for, to die early to giant purple crabs? I don't know. Apparently I said fame, so. Counting on your help to put the past behind us. Well, the past is behind us. Any further behind you? Working and spending and bickering like the old days. Yeah, it is kind of empty in here. Dan means more business for the quicksand. See, it all comes back around. You see? She's just trying to get more business for the... I think it's a bar, maybe? Looks like a bar. It has very bar-like things in it. Go ahead and write your name. Neat as you can. And if you're illiterate, well, then just make an X. We'll call you Mr. X. Even if you're a lady, we'll still call you Mr. X. I can't read anything in this pixelated book. Sheila Zulu. Well, ain't that a charming name? I guess. Just rolls off the tongue. Yeah. Right, miss. How do you know she's not married? We have Adventurers Guild. I officially... Nope. Can't be an adventurer yet. Gotta have some very silly looking monocled guy be a douche. I'll get you the money. I'll get you the money. Vengeance. I'm grateful you were given a fourth chance to offend. You too, attend to this scum. We're gonna crack our knuckles. Then we're gonna crack your head. If you work hard, I'll doubt you end up like him. If you don't log in for a long period of time, watch out. We'll send some guys to break your legs. Stub your bloody toe. Apparently they're English. They use bloody as a curse. It is kind of weird. You think with like a desert environment they would go more towards like a Middle Eastern base for their fantasy rather than the English. Bloody! Muse the many manhoods of her acquaintance from time to time. Oh my! And apparently, rather than anyways, we use any road. Okay. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you about our fair city. And our fair lady. Some money. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken your first steps to becoming an adventurer in the city of Ul'dan. Ul'dan? In the city. Listen well to the wisdom, and then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Once again, killing giant rats and kobolds and other very small vermin as an adventurer at low level. Okay, what do I got here? I can cast Blizzard. And open the website. I wasn't aware that cast website was an ability, but apparently it is. This is it's a teleport. Should be attended. Requires a Delphi babe. Darn, need someone turns you to your current home point. Here's my Hearthstone. Sprint. I don't think I have any actual battle abilities though, which kind of sucks. Main scenario quest. Important quest to tell you a story and their people. Main scenario quest. Quests using this icon include a task or a series of tasks that are tied to a new duty or feature that you... Ah, yes. Quest to unlock basic parts of the game. This is a good idea. Once again, where am I? Okay, I'm apparently not anywhere near over there. Hey there. Wants to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. First, you gotta kill a rat. Then, you gotta loot its body. Then, you gotta sell the loot. Because really, that's what you'll be doing for 90% of your adventure. Or you go charging out to find your fortune. 2 basic tasks that I'd like to perform so that you get to know the place. To adventure in a place is to know a place. Or something like that. First of all, I want you to visit the plaza. To get there, head west from here until you reach an avenue that looks to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal. And damn site more troublesome. It's a damn site. Not to be confused with a damn side, which is the side of a dam. Like when there's water and it's dammed up and you know what? It's a terrible pun. Of course, you still need to tune with them. Plaza. You ever tuned with a crystal before? Once again, this seems like something that my character should know, but okay. Lay your hands, and you'll see what I mean. You'll get this wonderful tingly sensation, and then you'll see the color blue, purple, and then you'll taste orange. We're not entirely sure what that is, but it's apparently very important to the process. Show, you might consider some training there. You see, even she knows more about my class than I do at this point. I would think it's just a pointy stick to poke people in the eye. Goods from all over and beyond, turn up every day. You'll find armor, weapon, and other loot that you'll need to not immediately die to the first rat you see. Everything for sale, as long as you got the gold. I mean the gil. Everything's available for a price, and I do mean everything. You don't pay more than you want. I'm not going to help you figure out how much you should pay, because I'm kind of a jerk like that. blah, blah, special interest. Which is why I give you this letter. Okay, so apparently you're not as much of a jerk as I thought you were. It's the exchange. Find a gentleman named Saragossa. I'm really bad with these names. Steve. Find Steve. He gets these letters all the time. Has to explain this stuff to new players. It's a wonderful game I play where he just gets angrier and angrier every day. It's hilarious. Visit the plaza, visit your guild, visit a guide to learn about buying stuff. It'll all work out. There's more than a few unfavorite characters out there. I try to take advantage of you. And there are some with honest to goodness problems that you should consider offering a helping hand to. Wealth and power. I realize that instead of chasing after guild, the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. And then selling those friends for money. Wait, that's not how that works. You know that you're willing to give as much as you get, and the opportunities will come your way. People will take advantage of you left and right. Let's meet with Smith over yonder. Is Smith his name or his occupation? Or both? Otherwise, that's about it for me. Get out of here. My part in this adventure is done. Just worrying that you're down. Hi? Ooh, puppy. Main menu. It's quick and easy access to the game's main features. For example, selecting character under character. Okay. Opens a window containing your character's various attributes. Blah, blah, blah. Duties, request, which customize your game for your settings, including key binding, system configuration, system, active help, blah, blah, blah. Save automatically on the server because it's an MMO. You duts, you dimwit. There's no in-game save or load functions. That would prevent data from being lost or corrupted. It is strongly recommended that you end each section of the game by logging out. A crescent moon icon will display to the right of your experience bar, which I guess is my experience bar. Whenever you enter a sanctuary, or a special area, request a bonus. All experience are into blah 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 blah. Sleep at an end, get more experience, do it. Sanctuaries. Inns. Always leave. Navigation. First time on your keyboard. Okay. Select a mini map or select map and travel to the main menu. Blah 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 blah. Location request can also be clicking on your duty list. You gotta do your duty. Guilds for their own restrictions. You may join a company. Belong to more than one free company at a time. So make a wise decision. Don't join with all those noobs. Join with the good free company. Companies or events rank their company points by doing arbitrary things. I mean various duties. Form a company. Players must first draft a petition and then get 3 players to sign it. You cannot start a free company alone. You sad, sad person. Greetings, I am one of the smiths. So apparently it is profession. Soaker of fire and forger of futures. I make metal tools. First of the task information adventurers. Searching before you, possibly daunting. Heroes, you are a champion of tomorrow, but a weenie today. Limitless potential, so long as you spend your entire life grinding out experience. Also interests a contract mention. Men and women are their title. Mentor. Advisory mentors. They have hundreds of quests under their belts. They've killed millions of wolves. They don't likely have a solution, but mentor may offer use adventurers. Enrich your experience and play more adventurer status applied to your characters. Population, there are seasoned players known as mentors. Taking upon themselves to assist new adventurers. New adventurer and mentor form a party, make them blah blah blah. So they got a system to try and pair people who know what they're doing with people who don't know what they're doing. I like it. New adventurers also gain access to the novice network. What is a new adventurer? Hero. I just saw that. Okay. So I guess I'm off to do a thing. Let's see here. Attune yourself to the city. Learn its ways. Feel its mystical energies. Or, you know, just click on a thing and make it happen. It's a big crystal doodad. I'll send you. Whatever. You are now attuned. We're going to show you a video. Which have come to be hissed. Miss M? Another tiny person. Which means the matter of the attunement fee. That'll be 100,000 gil. Okay, I have not looked at how much money I have, but I'm fairly certain I don't have that much money. Ah ha 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 ha. To make that just. But the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of this basic technology of our world. Almost as if you're a stranger from an entirely different reality who is just looking in on this adventure. But that's crazy. The primary use is a means of swift travel from one place to another. But you can't use it more than once every 30 minutes. Return and teleport. Well, these transportation spells make direct use. The spice must flow. There's a forest with every corner. Any adventurer with the mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune themselves to each and every single one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any you encounter from now on. You'll want to be able to fast travel. It's very useful. You must learn more about blah 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 blah. I would be more than happy to answer your questions. I will explain all of the lore. Or apparently I will just bebop my way out of here without telling you anything. Spell return. There it is. Can be used to instantly travel back to the A3. So you're applying, causing spells that require any MP. It can be accessed by selecting return to the travel menu. Sole limitation of spells that can only use cast once every 15 minutes. I was off by double the amount. Only one home point may be set. Your Hearthstone is limited. Use it carefully. What's the difference between the two? Return is less taxing on your spiritual energies, as we're naturally drawn towards your home point. For reasons I will not explain. Yes, quickly, making a deal for emergencies. With drawback, you cannot select your destination at will. Return can only send you back to one spot. The only hearth to one point. Offers grace and versatility, and then you can travel to anyone that you're previously attuned to. However, it requires a great deal of spiritual energy. There is anima, safely blah 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 blah. I do not know cost involved. I'll buy it. We're completely destroyed. It's a great expense, and money made possible to certain wealthy individuals. But they want their cut of the money back. It's repaired to this day. Great reason that we must levy a fee upon those who use the teleport spell. And if you don't pay, then we're going to take away your spell. Wait, no, that's not how that works. And it's raining. Let's see here. Does the ground have a wet texture? Some of the ground has a wet texture. I like that. I approve of wet texture. Actually, it's not wet, it's just raindrops, which is not quite as good. I don't think my character has a soaked texture, though. Kind of disappointing. And this person has a very high level quest. So, let's see here. Next is to visit the guilds. And the guild is further down the road. It is a shard. I can attune myself to the shard. Access to Aethernet. Quick travel to this thing can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon the shard. More tutorials! Just exposition dumping the whole game. The shard has granted you access to the city-states, Aethernet, ways to quickly intra-city travel. Okay. So there was one back where I started that I apparently did not get. Let's see here. The name of science? I like science. He's preoccupied with his studies, but he's brewing his for help. Let's decline that for now. Welcome to the guild. It is fate, you see. And you got any steps here this day, friend? I see that you're harboring arcane ambitions. I see your pointy stick. I too have a pointy stick. Let us pointy stick together. Where's the pen? You haven't even learned your first spell. Well, I guess I learned Blizzard. Devastation. Evil magic and bring about your enemy's ruin. To rejoin our ranks and will of power, you must need to know our beginnings. You must know the lore before you can wield the magic. From ancient bees. City founded by the sins of the first mages. Secrets of illustrious sorcerers were ultimately entrusted. Priests, blah, 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 generation, sense, and now we pass it down to you. Refined over centuries, users, funeral rites, blah, 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 eventually emerge as the art that we all know today. Your first lesson is how to pronounce this word, I hope. Fraying blizzard, to halt corruption, raging fire, to cleanse the corpse. Okay. A bolt of lightning to expel the sin of mortal life. Preparation of death. All of your knowledge comes from the dead. It's all about the dead. It's all about corpses. You ever have to fight zombies, you're going to be doing real good. That's for this reason that we have feared and respected it. What say you then, adventurer? Would you plumb the abyssal depths that our learned sage guide your descent? Descent into madness. Before you can leave, this is sounding more and more creepy every second it goes by. Dead guys, descents, darkness. You possess the spiritual foundation necessary to look upon, which waits within. What waits within? The darkness in your soul. Submit to the judgment of your most eminent mages, say the word, and we shall crush your soul. Well, adventurer, do you want to join our guild? Or do you presume to ignore the urgings of impatient destiny? I will ignore it. No, I don't accept them. A wise decision, because you can only pick one class to start with and you can't change until you're higher level, and you'll never get anywhere without our skills. You're forced with us. Live with it, buddy. The volumes of fundamental principles, all 108 of them. Okay. I wasn't aware that this game's going to involve that much exposition, but you know. Or at least I would if such requirement had not been abolished. Abolished by the great devs, who decided it was stupid and pointless and boring. Too great a discern to fresh novices. Oh yeah. Suppose you just have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdom of our guild masters. You don't need to learn how to cast magical fireballs. You just kind of start doing it one day. It all works out. You have 5. All brothers of the same house. Hopefully not identical, because then I can't tell which one I've been to already. They all wield supreme authority as the eldest who provides a singular voice to the guild. When one is required. Master Coco. 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 Master C. Speak to Master C. Okay, what are you doing? Our order involves much holding your hand as if you were a rat. For some reason. You are a very silly order. Huh? What? Owl's teeth. By Odin's beard. Did your mother never tell you not to startle a dermatologist? Whatever we're called. Look at that expecting fate, Mr. C. This lady's obviously a new applicant for the guild. She can recite the 307 verses, the funeral rites of virtuous fallen from memory. The simple task of keeping our name straight seems even beyond her grasp. Well, maybe it's because your names are all silly. Constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, my dear. My merriment was not meant to mock you mistakenly. It is our sibling, Kokobuki. Kabuki. Oh my gosh. He has no eyes. Or she has no eyes. I can't tell the difference between gender in this race. What's that? What's that? Where are you, young whippersnappers? I was here the entire time, standing right behind you. What you say? The wisest. It's my solemn duty to furnish would-be initiatives with a succinct understanding of our beloved art. Art. Devastation of the highest magnitude. Lethal force of our spells. We're the deadliest. The deadliest mofos in all the land. Fire, lightning, blizzard, Solomons. Call upon the expensive arsenal. Offensive incarnations of and obliterance. Yeah, whatever. Open your mind to her sorceress teachings, and you too! Yes, you! You too shall hold the unparalleled power of Disciple in the palm of your hand. It's called the Game Boy. Of course, such power has a price. 10 gil. I didn't say it was a high price, I just said it's a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into forbidden chasms of the secrets. Our interest in art comes only with the completion of deadly, terrible trials. 10 dire rats. Are you prepared to leap into the abyss and pursue power unrivaled? Prepared to leap into the abyss. You see, once again, this profession sounds scary. There's lots of abyss and leaping and, like, badness. Your name, if you will. I'm not going to wait for your response. I'm just going to read your mind and tell you what your name is. This is my trial. The test. Test the limits of your aptitude for channeling magics. Huge hornets. Of course, it starts with bugs. Star maggots and snapping shrews inhabit this land in abundance. Exercise your sorcerer's might and slay 3 of each of these creatures before returning to my side. Okay, it's kind of hilarious that there's like 2 big adventurers and it's like my little adventurer. Whee! Still closer than I was before. Wait, I'm going to the market, aren't I? Okay, so I'm over here. The market's over there. And Turkey is somewhere that's not even on this map. So inns are represented with a cup. Don't use aren't inns known for beds more than like liquor? What do we got here? Okay. Yeah, that looks inviting. Let's go see if I die when I go through that. The Steps of Thal. Or is it Thrall? Probably Thal. Otherwise that'd be Sue. What do we got here? We got a crystal over there, and we got quest, and we got a lot of merchants. There's the crystal. Fast travel, go! I have noticed that everyone seems to be of my same race. I wonder if that is, like, if they're all set according to what your character's race is, or if, for some reason, there's just a lot of wee people in the city. A newly come adventurer. Okay. What can I do for you? Have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very well. As for my fee, what? You expect it to be for free? Surely you jest. Don't call me Shirley. My dear adventurer, when you ask, an old Dane, for favor, you should at least try to make it worth the while. Judging by your garb, I doubt that you could afford my services, but the fact that you offer nothing is laughable. You could at least grovel a little bit. Come on. Letter of introduction. Well, it's slightly more interesting than WoW, I guess. Here, this piece of paper. Glasses. My character needs glasses. Gotta go find some glasses. Did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief. Or possibly long. Or possibly briefs. I shall be brief. You shall be Sheila. We shall have a talk. Sapphire Avenue Exchange. The busiest and most profitable of marketplaces. Adventurers, shooting, in relation to the city, blah 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 blah. With literal and figurative centers of commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to the city. All roads lead to London. Majority of maritime trade between here, there, and another place passes through our ports. Countless company, blah, 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 base of operations, and marketplace is awash with merchants, money lenders, and money changers when their tables aren't getting flipped over. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here. As long as it's legal. We don't sell anything illegal. We're not that kind of market. Surely there's something you seek. A deadlier sword. A shiny trinket. Perhaps an even pointier stick. To the north, you will find merchants peddling armor and accessories. To the south, you'll find merchants peddling weapons, tools, and assortments of other useful items. And consumables. And things that you'll probably never need. Seek out a particular merchant, browse your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find yourself that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of a moment are likely unwise, especially when coin is concerned. And this game doesn't have a barter system, that's not important. Ahem. This is like a matter A that you could... far too much for my taste. Regards. Now off! Make sure she knows that she has to come by later to give me Or pardon me. Items NBC. Required item. Item quest window will appear. Drag the item into your inventory and place it into blah blah blah. Added. Okay. Hey, look at crap. I wonder if I can fast travel to different sections of the world. Let's find out together. There's nothing really that close. That's cool. Actually, the Adventurers Guild is very close. Probably should use that. Well, too late now. I must pass through this title card in order to reach the next section of the city. Love those automatic doors. I have completed my great quest of talking to a few random people and learning tutorials. Get lost, did you? No, for some reason I have a surprisingly detailed map, even though I've never been here before. Or never gotten a map. Wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. Gotta complete them quests. You'll need to remember these things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you got a purpose. Walk like you own the place. So work hard, make money, and spend it here. Because at the end of the day, it's all about me. And it's all about the Benjamins. Or whoever the ruler of our world is. Why would I decline completing a quest? Dun, 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 dun. Astral Fire and Umbral Ice are special status effects which allow blah, 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 to continuously deal devastating amounts of damage while still conserving their MP reserves. Casting one of the fire spell gives an effective astral fire, which increases the potency and MP cost. For the fire spell, at the same time, it lowers the potency and MP cost. Blizzard spells prevents a natural. It's a natural or spell assisted gradual. Conversely, casting one of the blizzard spells gives effective ice, which increases the speed at which MP naturally recovers at the same time. It lowers the potency and MP cost of fire. Fire, which increases the potency and MP cost of further fire spells at the same time, lowers the potency and MP cost of blizzard, but prevents the natural spells. Which increases the speed at which MP naturally occurs at the same time, and lowers the potency and MP cost of fire spells. Seems like blizzard is better than if it increases, or it does not hinder your MP recovery. Person level, the number of ice and fire effects which can be stacked. Any one time increases, the larger the stack, the more powerful the effect. Learning which to switch between fire and ice has been successful in extended battles. The level 4 quest. It's scary. So I think it's time for me to go out and kill some giant rats. Hey, look, a chicken. Forgive me, I am afraid my superiors would deem it inappropriate if I granted someone so obviously and painfully new to adventuring leave to take Stable's bird out beyond the city walls without proper supervision. Rental upon reaching level 10. Okay. No bird riding for you, little girl. Learn how to not immediately die in combat. Tutorial. Start the battle. 2 rotating arrows repeat when you're currently fighting. Your skill action to spell and weapon skills can be performed. Blah blah blah. Most option requires magic points or tactical points to execute. Yada yada yada. Specialized in range attacks, such as archer, are best suited when fighting opponents from distance. The range radius. Congratulations! You have just achieved an achievement. It's an achievable thing that gives you achievies of achievementness. Congratulations on your achievement of achievements. Adventure is just about everything, from leveling classes to uncovering locations to defeating enemies and earning gil. There are certainly rewards upon completing certain achievements, such as wear weapons and armors. Okay. Display several different pieces of information vital to black mages, being whether or not they are under the influence of fire or ice. Fire spells cast for fires will have increased potency, but require more MP, and this is the same as blizzard spells. And also increases the speed with which MP occurs. Once again, why would I ever want to not be blizzard if it increases MP faster? I guess if it does less damage or something. Okay, hitting it with the pointy stick is not the best idea. Experience points. In the event multiple solo players attack the same target, the player who attacks first will always receive 100 experience points and drop. The player who follows based on their contribution to battle. So be sure to tag everything. An item that you have equipped is now bound to you and can no longer be tracked and sold to the marketplace. Most items can be sold and traded freely for the use of battlecraft or gathering, regardless of whether or not they have been equipped. However, one of these 3 action will equip blah, 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 What's in my inventory? A piece of meat. And some animal skins. And that meter. Can't catch me. My pointy stick does not do very much damage. Let's see what kind of range I got in my spells. Apparently really good range. Nope, too far away. appear to not be hostile by default, which means that I am in fact beating up creatures who do not wish to fight me. A brave adventurer, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, then again, if I saw horns that big, I'd want to kill them too. And 3 shrews. Where will I find said... Oh, there they are. They're marked on the map. They're in here somewhere. I do not yet see any shrews. Come on, people. There's one. Hello, Mr. Shrew. I've come to kill you. And that's all the wild animals I have to kill for no particular good reason. Which means that I am safe to return to town and claim my reward of... whatever my reward is. How do I see what I have equipped? Oh, okay. Apparently this is the stuff I have equipped. Or maybe not. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Waist. Right wing. Left wing. Aha! That gets me... I don't know. +1 vitality. Armory Stress. Armory System in Final Fantasy 14 allows you to change your class or job by simply changing the weapon or tool on your main hand. It is recommended that you always have several sets of gear on your... That seems annoying and cumbersome. However, you can take up a tremendous amount of space in one's inventory, which is why we designed this system, to avoid the annoying process of having 10 million items in your inventory that you can't use most of the time. Purchase crafts are found automatically stored in this chest, leaving your inventory free to fill with other whatnot, such as potion, crafting material, food, and junk to sell to vendors. Categorized and sorted by type. That can't be accessed anytime by selecting character, blah, 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 blah. Step up now. let's fast travel back to the guild. Go talk to these guys whose names all look exactly the same. But I'm totally not racist like that. This is their names, the people. Mentions utterly vanquished her foes. Formally welcome you to the Brotherhood. The purpose of this trial was to gauge your capacity for wielding the magic. Your innate quality and limits to blah 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 blah. Very still of life exists within all living creatures in great less extent or numbers in basic flow. It's far more complicated than those stupid gladiators who just hit things with big swords. Now I have a tome that shall serve as a hunting log. Records of enemies you slay. Names and names of your adversaries that you have challenged to improve your skills. As experience grows, you're in blah 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 blah. Well springs are never responsive and fresh. And you find yourself a great challenge. Next you crave blah 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 blah. Next quest to be available upon reaching level 5. Simple maple shield. Raisins. Using items. Blah 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 blah. Selecting use. All items with recast timers cannot be used again until timers expire. Hunting log. Hunting log. The completion of tasks involving the slaying of certain creatures. It's almost like a log of the things you're hunting. Completing these tasks, you will earn rewards and unlock new challenges. The log can be accessed via logs. Captain's log. Once the log is open, select the class and difficulty to view the available challenges with that rank. Each challenge is marked with a class, name, and number, such as Lancer 01. So many targets you must defeat. Over the target name will display in one of the areas located. Targets indicating you're hunting along will have a special icon above their name, to make it easier to find the creature. Okay. Hey, there's me. Yes, I shall prove my mastery of my class by killing little ladybugs. The least threatening of all things. Really? Little ladybugs. Anyways, so it's been about 2 hours that I've been streaming now, and I've gotten through creating my characters, the introduction, and also the first quest for my class, and the first story mission. So I think that's a pretty good spot to stop, so I will make my way back to the tavern, like the game has recommended. Dive into the end so that I will have my experience bonus, even though I seem to have a bunch of experience bonuses already, and I will be ready for the next time, the next adventure for Sheila Zulu, whenever that happens. Glorious mage and wielder of pointy sticks. I will see you on the next adventure. Bye-bye.